Hey guys, my name is Robert Joseph Strada III. My job here is I'm showing you my opinion on cold calling versus cold emailing. So I've worked for Grant Cardone's organization. I've done well over 300,000 cold calls. So God knows how many emails and texts. I've also sold while active duty military for my own marketing agency successfully. Tons of emails involved in marketing, by the way, trying to get those sorts of clients. I've also done door to door. I've done solar and roofing, and I've actually been shot at 9 times, been interviewed for that while door to door. That's a nice, fun, long story. I love when that light goes on and off. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it with pros and cons. Okay. Cold call. By the way, I have a bias. Look, spoiler alert, I like cold calling, and I also like doing both of them at the same time. The answer is whatever works. That's the answer. If it works, it's the right thing to do. But I'm going over the pros and cons and trying to think through it strategically. So, cold calling. First thing you're going to get is, number one, real-time human connection. You're going to get the person instantly on the other end of the phone. You're going to get a yes or no, which I think is the most valuable thing in the world. I need to know yes or I need to know no. It doesn't matter. I want to go for the no. I need to know. You know, there's a saying, some will, some won't. So what? Who's next? So I need to get the no fast so I can be like, okay, great. That guy's not my ideal client. Who's next? Number two, immediate feedback. Wow, it's almost like as if I just said that. They're gonna let you know no. It's like, you know, hey, are you interested or you're not? That's pretty much about it. Number three is going to be more qualified conversations. I can talk to I know who's qualified. I know immediately who is or is not qualified because I'm talking to them. I'm asking them questions. Hey man, are you our ideal customer? They'll let you know pretty quick, and you'll find out pretty fast. Number four is an immediate interaction. Email. I mean, you know, emails get ignored 90% of the time, if not a lot more than that. So you immediately know whether or not they are interested. Number five, tone of voice. All right, like at the end of the day, the tone of voice, what you say, I believe it's 38, 55. 5% is what you say, 38% is how you say, and 55% is your body language. On a cold call, it then transitions to 20% what you say, 80% your tone of voice. I made that on another video. If you haven't watched that, it's on cold calling. I put it on the script video specifically, why it's important. So your tone of voice is everything, and that is very much something you can only get on a cold call. Number six, it's easier to book an appointment, right? I mean, they're not going to book an appointment on an email. You know, it's not. You have to push people into interaction. You have to give a call to action. Call to action is me calling you. Hey, we're going to get an appointment. Hey, book a meeting. Buy now. It's like a call to action. Number seven, it works best for high ticket offers, especially. I know a lot of people, they like to blast emails for, like I did it. I did it when I was doing my marketing agency. I thought that was a good strategy. Let me just shoot out tons of emails. For guys that are doing SaaS strategies, I know for SaaS, they do that all the time because a lot of tech entrepreneurs, like they'll typically check their emails. But it doesn't matter. We're all humans that bleed red and we all speak words. So we all, at the end of the day, all the same human emotions are the same, and everybody still would do best with a cold call. That's my biased opinion. Okay, the cons of cold calling: high rejection rate. Wait, what am I freaking hunting rabbits? Okay, high rejection rate. Here, I would argue that's actually a huge pro. Like, I get to know fast. Thank God. It's amazing, you know. And you could also frame that. And again, this is just like advanced techniques, but like it's also basic at the same time. You could frame every rejection as a positive. I'll go over that in another video. But like high rejection rate honestly is good because then I know I could stop contacting you. You're not my customer. Time consuming. It is going to be obviously a lot faster to send 1,000 emails in bulk. You just get a small piece of software. I don't remember which one I specifically used. Maybe I could put a link in this description if that's something you're really looking into. But I used all kinds of things. I used and that's something we'll talk about in like banana tag. You can check if somebody opened your emails, and we'll talk about that in the email one. But yeah, you just send thousands of emails at a time. Boom, boom, boom. Right? Requires thick skin and skill. Again, I'm going to turn that into a positive because if you could develop that thick skin, you could use that for every area of life. It is mentally draining, arguably. Look, I'm actually not even going to say arguably. It's pretty mentally draining. Cold calling sucks, but it works. That's what's so great about it. But at the end of the day, like if you get used to that, it's like going to the gym. If you get used to lifting 100 pounds, okay, and let's say that the email is 30 pounds. If you learn how to lift 100 pounds well, lifting 30 pounds is easy. And that is the equivalent of cold calling, lifting that 100 pounds so it becomes mentally draining at the beginning. But over time, you know, you got your word tracks down, you got your mental techniques down, you're in a flow state. It's not as mentally draining, if that makes sense. Number 5 is gatekeepers. You know, they're just like honestly probably the worst part about it. I mean, honest to God, landlines and gatekeepers, maybe I'm a little fairy, but I just hang up on them. I don't even waste my time anymore. I used to waste my time with gatekeepers, and maybe another day will come, or maybe you have a product where you need to figure out how to go with gatekeepers, and I'll make a video for that as well. But like for the most part, I just hang up on landlines. I hang up on gatekeepers. Like certain people are sociopaths, like Grant Cardone, which I love, which is he's like, I'm gonna leave a message with the gatekeeper, and I'm gonna leave a voice, and I'm gonna have him take a sticky note, and then I'm gonna have him give the sticky note to the owner, and then I'm gonna have him send me the owner's voicemail, and I'm gonna call the gatekeeper back and tell him to send me to the VP, and I'm gonna leave him a voicemail, and I'm gonna talk, and then I'm gonna call the gatekeeper again. I'm gonna tell him to send me to the VP of sales, and this person, and this person. I'm gonna leave every single person a note to talk to the owner until they're like, who the hell is this guy? Yeah, you could do that tactic, but it's time consuming, and I don't want to do that. Like again, it's just like time saving. If you have a really high intent client you got to get in touch with, that's a method you could use. But like I'm about volume, dude. I'm about quick no's, quick yeses. Let's like keep moving. Listen, if you're finding valuable from this content, like please like and subscribe. It is winter time. I'm outside in a shirt, so I could wear a different outfit. Like at the end of the day, this is the only time I could film. So I really hope this helps somebody. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment as to I'll help you out with anything you guys need. So cold emails. Arguably, it is scalable. With a sales team, you could also scale cold calling, but you know you can use certain types of software in order to do cold emails. I think Lemlist is one of them. Number 2 is non-intrusive. To be honest, I think every single type of sales activity should be intrusive. I think that's the point of sales. It's like, hey, what you doing, man? You weren't thinking about buying my stuff? Well, guess what? Now you are. Here I am, omnipresent. I'm all up in your face, all up in your face, all up in your face. Like, I want to be intrusive, but it is non-intrusive if that's the way you want to go. You want to be like, hey, a little bit less in their face, like, hey, it's kind of not my style. Like, listen, if there's a scale from 1 to 10, and you know, once you get past 5, you're being a little bit more on the intrusive side, and 1 is like completely unintrusive, you kind of want to hang out around at least a 6 or a 7, no matter your industry, in my opinion. Number 3, it's easier to A/B test and automate. You could use copy, you could use subject lines, you could use offers, you could use calls to action. Like you could test it all and be like, hey, that is the highest response rate. Now we can kind of go back and keep using that, use what works, right? Number 4, it is trackable. Banana tag, I used to use that, and what it does is allows you to see when somebody opens an email. What I could do is the moment I get a notification on my phone, they open their email, I am front and present on their mind. Okay, and so what do? Boop, I call them. Boop, I call them. Hey, what's up, man? What's up, man? Saw you looking at my email. I was checking up on you, just seeing what's up, you know? Or maybe I won't even say that, you know? No, I would say that, but you could be funny and be like, man, I was just thinking about you. The universe, oh, you were just looking at my email? Man, the universe must have aligned us together. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But I wouldn't say that. I'm not a liar. But transparency, extreme authenticity, and honesty are the most valuable part of my brand and who I am. I very much value honesty and transparency. And if I'm going to teach something like this, I have to be honest and transparent 100% of the time, even more than I want to be. So that is, I'm not going to lie. So anyway, cons. Oh my God, are they easy to ignore? They sure are. I'm not up in your face. It goes to the spam box. Like 90% plus are ignored. Number 2, takes longer to warm them up. The emails are going to be back and forth and back and forth and back and forth before they're taking a call. So, number 3, I mean, you could have tech delivery issues. You got to have a good domain set up. You got to make sure that you're not getting blocked and all this stuff. You're not spamming them. There's all kinds of things that could potentially, I guess, go wrong there. Number 4, combined with number 1, it's the same thing. Low response rate. Okay, so like it's not gonna happen really. It does, trust me, it does. People buy from emails all the time, but it's just a lower response rate. Otherwise, if people didn't buy from emails, this wouldn't even be a video. This wouldn't even be a discussion if it didn't work a percentage of the time. Number 5 is delayed feedback loop. Like, again, it's like you just don't know. You don't get immediate objections to handle, so you don't know if it's working or not. So, what's your best strategy? Both. Use both, okay? Use both. Look, at the end of the day, if you want to use be more of a complex individual. Look, I'm a simpleton. At the end of the day, if you want to, it's a hybrid model. Use a hybrid model. You're gonna call you're send them an email. You're gonna call them. Hey, just send you an email. Did you get that? You have a reason to cold call them now, right? Or you have a reason to follow up with them. I mean, you could even add your LinkedIn for a multi-touch approach. It does also depend on your strengths. It depends on what your strengths are. So leverage whatever it is that is your strongest area if you're the tech guy, and then maybe you could hire somebody else or get a business partner. I hate telling people to get business partners when they're early on in the business because it's always a bad idea. But someone who has a completely opposite skill set of yourself, so you guys can complement each other well. You could find the cold calling guy if you're not the cold calling guy. You don't have all that time to get good. But sometimes you gotta buck up, buddy. You gotta put in them reps. Trust me, that's what everybody's got to do. It's what the best how to do. They're a little geeky little 19-year-old nerd that's starting his little SEO business, and you got to make the call. Sorry about that. Sound like you've done it before. That's my advice. Sound like you've done a cold call before. So this is a part of a whole playlist. If you like this video, you need to watch this video right here. Okay, thank you to my mentors. Seriously, I'll be nothing without you guys teaching me all this stuff. Guys, like, subscribe, leave a comment. I will respond. I will help you one-on-one in the comment section. And also, it helps the video. Thank you guys so much. Click on that video. Click it right there, right there.